Okay. So it is Saturday, October 18th, 9:05 a.m. And I am getting going later than usual this morning. I need to get some articles up soon. Um, News articles, posting wire articles, my job on weekends. Um, just having a cup of coffee. Um, and it's a Bones coffee. Um, Cup of um, it's blueberry pancake flavored coffee. So I should start making this advertisements soon. And it's just an experiment. Advertisements just have to worm their way right in. um, so on this channel, I've been starting to do these experiments of filming myself live, writing by hand, and I want to get into a regular routine of it. Um, it's interesting. What is the light like that? Should I have that more light? Yeah, why not? And I guess I don't need these Virginia Woolf diary books right here anymore. I guess it's the light right now that makes interesting. I wonder what that is. Oh, I see. Oh, damn it. See, as I've been starting these things, I will realize that I will often have like 5 to 7 minutes of like checkup or something. Oh, that's what it was. It was flashing a little bit when I turn that off. Maybe that light is too much. Okay. Oh, is it probably a window? Well, I guess it's just the way the sun is coming from the window right now. Interesting. What if I went like that? So, to set the scene further, I'm in my um, writing office, library. We also have some yoga mats in here and Sally's keyboard, was my dad's keyboard. He gave it to her. Um, it's back there. So, kind of a combination of reading, writing, meditating, music room. Um, and until recently, I've been writing here at my desk, writing first drafts of essays and articles and things. And now I'm finding I got a lot of joy out of doing the morning pages routine, which is for people that are not writer familiar type people are engaged in trying to be a writer. It's a common exercise that first thing in the morning, as you're still kind of like waking up, you're not fully there, as you can maybe tell from, it's still that morning, like waking up time. Um, your brain is in a strange space. And if you sit yourself down and force yourself to hand write 3 pages and just let flow what flows out, you can get a lot of interesting things. You can it's a meditation type exercise to just get your brain in a certain state. But Yeah, and if you keep doing it regularly, then um, you get worthwhile stuff, and it can become a habit. You just want to try and get it as a habit in your life of figuring out how and when, under what circumstances you can do it. Um, for me, it kind of blends into being a journal, um, kept throughout the day. So I may shift from periods through the day of keeping notes of work projects or some writing thing, um, to then shifting into a free write brainstorming space. So um, hmm, yes, first cup of coffee there. Yeah, just the difference here, since I'm live streaming it and recording this, is obviously that I'm not going to be quite as entirely uncensored or private as I would be if this was an entirely private journal. Not so that's the only thing. I'm obviously not going to wander into things that um, don't want to embarrass anybody or embarrass myself too much. Obviously, I'll embarrass myself a little bit, but um, I don't know what I'm going to write. That's the idea of it. If you just let the mind wander a little bit, usually the first page or so will be worries about this thing I need to do, this errand I need to run, this project I need to take care of. Um, so let's see how this one goes. And this Ankh here is sort of, I guess, a magic wand, if you want to think of it that way. I sort of do, kind of charged with magical, spiritual energy to kind of focus. So, wand, pen, cast the spell, I guess. Oh, and as far as background noise, I'm not sure what all is being picked up on this very well, but I have my window open in my office, and Jasmine I'm letting her be out in the yard, so she may, I can see her tail in the corner there. There's some neighbors, there's several dogs in the uh, house next door, and they will run back and forth and play with each other and so on, so that we may get some of that. And there may be people walking back and forth on um, the sidewalk outside. There's people. It's a common street that people walk through. So I don't get quite the piece that I like. And who knows? Maybe the neighbor will even start rambling or something, and that'll get caught on the live stream. I don't hear anything. So I'll just start writing, and we'll see what happens. And let's see, it's 9:14 right now. Ideally, like a free writing session, morning pages session should go for like 45 minutes or so. That's good. But I can't do that right now. I just got to get my brain going and then go and get some news articles up. Um, since I slept later than intended. I don't know why I overslept. Mm. Huh. I see what's going on now. The sun is right over there. No, it doesn't work either. Well, interesting. Yeah, and that the sunlight is too light to pick up. So it needs to be in the shade. Hmm. Well, this is interesting. Having to improvise due to the sunlight. Let's see. This is part of the writing process, too, of just trying to get into the good zone to write. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't like that flashing I think we get from that light there. Hmm. Well, I'm not sure what to do here. Well, I guess we can do it this way. Okay, this is an interesting possibility. Hmm. Yeah, the problem here is that this like this is just like a TV tray extra thing. This is not firm and good to write on. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not sure if it's going to work with the sun coming in like that. I mean, maybe if I rotate the laptop itself. This is just going to cut across the whole desk right now, so I don't think I have the right light for it. Well, here's an idea. There we go. There we go. I just put up this thing to block the light. This is ridiculous. It's been 22 minutes. Yeah, I just put up a little barrier to block the light. Yeah, this is really counterproductive at the moment. Okay, that's one morning page done in like 20 minutes with all of this wandering about before I would realize, oh, let's just put up the thing, put up this, and I can block the sun. How hard is that? Jeez, so stupid. Jasmine's sitting right outside my window. As I mentioned her, she looked up at me. We made eye contact. Oh, how many pages are we at now? 1, 2. This seems like cheating. 3 pages, but that was the way it worked. So I've got my 3 morning pages now. 9:15, 9:45. So it's about 40 minutes. I should push myself on and do another, I think. Now that I've warmed up. It's okay. I can take that time. Maybe I should incorporate that. I mean, I can do what I want. I am in my readings. I've just finished book 16 here. No, book 17. I finished the whole thing recently. And they haven't tacked on a little afterword here, extra text to it called the From Hermes Trismegistus to Asclepius Definitions. Is there something I have to... Yeah, I am not awake enough to comprehend any of this. Should be more awake. I guess that I need another cup of coffee. That's it. But this means I'm still in this weird lucid writing headspace. What about maybe Desert Fathers would have something more accessible? My whole routine's just been so thrown off. I'm trying to figure out. Here we go. Here's a saying on here. Some wear out their bodies by fasting, but because they have no discretion, this only puts them further away from God. Yeah, this book just has a it just has a bunch of sayings, a bunch of topics, and I make little note highlights. I've started treating many of my books as little journals themselves. I decided this is a book that I'm just going to take in a little bit of each day, make a little note on each day. So, man, so proud of it. This guy too made his way into the morning reading. Um, I guess if you're going to be an American, let's write this down. Let's write this down. This is some meat juice, point, meaningful. So this is volume 1 of the autobiography of Mark Twain. Here. And so we are talking a total over 700 pages in volume 1. I got my own copy recently so that I could mark it up, so that I could write in it and highlight stuff. Oh, here's something cool to see. We have little stamps from the library of David Swindle, and I put from the property of the Swindle family library. So this was one that Sally first got for me, and now we got another for our family. So one's books that are mine, or books that are both of ours, and we'll get one for her that were books that were originally hers. And anyway, so now I can write within it. But I've got right now, and I transferred over where I had my Post-it notes in here. I've got blue ones and red ones right now because the actual autobiography itself, as he intended it, doesn't start until midway through this, because there's a whole bunch of preliminary manuscripts and dictations, like his preliminary attempts to write it. And so I had held off on doing those, and now I've gone back and be like, okay, I just have to study all of this thoroughly now. So you have to jump back and forth between the text itself and then the notes, the scholarly notes. So he did it this way. And then there are 2 more volumes. There's volume 2. This This is the library copy. And there's volume 3. So, America's greatest author, his autobiography, 3 volumes. Transcribed dictations made over a number of years. He claims to have come to and arrived finally at this method to try and depict himself and his life more honestly. That he would just talk about what came to mind. And let his mind flow more instead of trying to construct an artificial narrative. And I've been really into the modernist tradition, and this seems, I've been preceding it since he did it. And let's see, when did the first batch of these dictations really start going? Is 1906 is when the proper autobiography begins here on 250 pages in. So 1906 dictations to how far? When does the last batch of dictations go in this thing? 1908. Yeah, so like 1906, 1908, all of these dictations that he did. And there's all of this stuff to explore. So I'm thinking that maybe this is topping that method. Writing autobiography. I'm feeling really turned around. Yeah, I need more coffee. It's been almost an hour. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough. Time to really get going on today now.